Brave kids, how's it going? My name is Bryce, and I'm so glad I get to hang with you guys today. Have you guys been enjoying the summer? We're learning that we're strong when we're gentle. But do you know how else you get strong? By lifting some major weights. Watch this. Sometimes we think getting strong physically is when you can carry lots of things and have big muscles, but it takes more strength to be gentle. Our Bible story today comes from Mark 10:13 through 16. Mark records a time when Jesus welcomed children, gave them his attention, and blessed them. Back then, no one thought very highly of children. I know what? And what Jesus did would have shocked the people watching. His gentleness to the children continues to be an important example of how we can make waves when we respond to others with gentleness. God can give you strength to be gentle. Let's bust a move while we worship to our song, All I Need.
You are my 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 all I need.
Hello everyone, my name is Haley. It's summertime! And we're talking about what it means to make waves. Because what you do today can change the world around you. There's lots to do in the summer. Sometimes it can get crazy. Woo! Woo! And sometimes you just want to go outside and relax and blow some bubbles. Look at them just floating in the air, not a care in the world. And sometimes if you're really gentle, you can catch one. Oh. And if you're not, bye-bye bubble. Bye-bye bubble. Fact, the bigger the bubble, the more gentle you have to be. You can't be too crazy, or you'll just end up with soap all over the ground. But when you slow down, think about what you're doing before you do it, and don't lose control, you can make some big bubbles. In today's story, we'll hear about a time when the all-powerful, incredibly strong Son of God chose to be gentle. I'll see you soon.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story. Inspired by the book of Mark, chapter 10, verses 13 through 16.
As Jesus traveled, teaching and healing people, He grew more and more popular. Crowds gathered everywhere He went, and people clamored for His attention. Jesus' friends must have felt like they were on a wild ride some days.
This is all getting out of hand.
Some days we hardly get to talk to him.
It's like we're just here for crowd control.
Jesus has the Pharisees going after him at every turn, and half of Galilee wants him to heal a blister or fix a sore toe.
As Jesus and His friends traveled toward Jerusalem, they stopped at a town across the Jordan River. Once again, religious leaders tried to heckle Jesus.
They won't leave him alone.
After the Pharisees finally left, the disciples gathered around Jesus.
At least he gets a break now.
Yeah, and we get to actually hang out with him.
Just us. No loud, demanding crowds.
It's a ruckus.
Jesus' friends looked up to see another group coming their way. Moms, dads, and a whole group of small children.
You gotta be kidding me.
We're not running a babysitting service.
They probably want Jesus to bless their kids.
He's been busy all day with leaders and people with real needs. He doesn't have time for a bunch of snotty toddlers.
Many families must have had the same idea because they all made their way towards Jesus. Some kids ran around shrieking, while others held tightly to their parents and watched with big eyes.
Please, could Jesus bless my little girl?
And my boys, if he could just lay his hands on them.
I brought my little granddaughter.
Hold it.
Jesus can't see you right now.
He's tired. Not to be harsh, but he's got bigger fish to fry.
You know who you're asking to talk with? I saw Jesus face down the wind and waves. He can heal sickness and turn one meal into a feast for 5,000. And you want him to waste his time singing Itsy Bitsy Spider.
When you put it like that.
Jesus heard the commotion. He quickly came forward to see for himself.
Sorry. These people want you to bless their kids.
Yeah, they're about to turn this place into a circus.
Don't worry, we'll get him out of here.
Stop.
What?
Let the little children come to me.
For reals?
Don't keep them. God's kingdom belongs to people like them.
Okay. Change of plan. Go ahead and bring your kiddos. Line up. Let's keep this orderly.
There was something about Jesus that made every single child feel safe. They crowded around him, laughing and talking and asking all of their questions at once.
Jesus, I hurted my finger.
See my boat? It goes swoosh, swoosh underwater, but my daddy won't let me fish with him at night because it's past my bedtime. And do you like rabbits?
Jesus, I want to play hide and seek.
Children were considered the least important people of all at this time, but Jesus stopped everything to welcome them with his arms open wide. He cradled wide-eyed babies. He scooped up wiggling toddlers to sit on his lap. Jesus may have even played hide and seek with a few rambunctious 3-year-olds.
I think he's actually enjoying this.
He's really good with them.
It's been way longer than he spent talking to the Pharisees.
Jesus, who could command a wild storm to stop with the power of his voice, chose to gently rock a fussy baby. He blessed a 4-year-old as she told her epic story, and he may have even healed a few skinned knees. After a time, Jesus looked up to smile at his friends and the grown-ups who watched.
What I'm about to tell you is true. Anyone who will not receive God's kingdom like a little child will never enter it.
Us? Like kids?
Jesus was not just showing the crowd that children were important. He was actually telling them that they needed to come to him just like those kids, full of imagination and ready for adventure, and with complete trust that all of their needs would be met.
Looks like those kids need a couple more people for tag.
I'm in.
Why not?
Jesus made it clear to his followers that every single child is valuable to God and that God can give you the strength to be gentle.
I think we can all agree that Jesus is strong, right? He healed the sick. He stopped a thunderstorm. He brought people back from the dead. And yet, Jesus took time to care for little kids. That takes gentleness. Gentleness is something we all need from time to time. Don't get me wrong, there's a time for crazy. Woo! Then there are times when you need to be gentle, like when you're around babies or little kids, or when you're around someone who's sick, or even someone who's really sad. Being gentle means taking the time to think about someone else's needs. It's slowing down, thinking about what you're doing before you do it, and not losing control. It's kind of strange, but it actually takes strength to be gentle. Like when you're super excited, woo! Aw. Or when you're angry or frustrated. You have to be strong to really get yourself under control. And then you can make a big difference in the world. Woo, woo, woo. And if you don't think you've got enough strength to be gentle, check this out. When you put your trust in Jesus, God gives you the Holy Spirit to help. So, listen closely. Here's the one thing to remember today. God can give you strength to be gentle. See, you don't have to go crazy to make waves, but it's still fun sometimes. Yoo-hoo! Yeah!
When was the last time you made a difference in this world? That sounds big, right? Like campaigning for class president. Or feeding every single hungry person in your town. Or running a marathon in support of ending cancer. Those are great things, big things. But the truth is, you don't have to do big things to make a difference. No person is an island. Well, not quite like that. It means that all of us, every single kid and grown-up in this world, are connected. Everything you do, no matter how small, can affect someone else. You made a difference to your family this morning just by waking up. Good morning. Since you're going to make a difference no matter what you do, choose to make a difference for good. You make a difference for good when you say thanks to your mom for making your lunch. When you let another kid get in line ahead of you. When you get on FaceTime with Grandma instead of playing just one more video game. Hey, Grandma. Even the smallest action in your day can make a big difference. It's like dropping a tiny pebble in a lake. The ripples can travel further than you could ever imagine. When you let God be all you need in every breath, the power of God's Spirit can truly help you make waves. Then others will see God at work in you. That's why making waves is an amazing way to worship God with your life. Because worship is about more than just singing loud. It's all about living loud.
Nice calming waves. Oh, breathe easy, John.
Hey, John. I'm making soup.
I'm in.
All right. Can you grab a pot?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. That's Brandon.
And that's John.
And this is the So and So Show.
What an unnecessarily confusing way to begin the show.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was exactly as confusing as it was supposed to be.
What are we doing on the show today, John?
Oh, buddy, are you ready?
Oh, what? For what?
Are you ready to consider a rumble?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because we've got a guest today that's going to knock your socks so far off. They're going to travel around the world and end up on your hands. That's right, your socks are going to become gloves now.
Oh, that's quite a guest.
It is. Today, we've got a wrestler on the show. He's the Great Lakes International Heavyweight Champion. He's the current reigning Duke of Dubuque. But maybe more important than all that, today he's someone who knows stuff!
Yeah! Oh!
Yeah!
Come on in.
Nice to meet you, nice to meet you! Oh.
Hello, sir. Tell everyone who you are and what you know. Yeah. Whoa.
My name is Hayden the Vaporizer, and I'm a professional wrestler.
Oh, cool. How'd you get that name?
My mom had an uncle named Hayden, and she named me after him.
No, I mean the vaporizer part.
Because I vaporize my opponents!
Oh, right. Mr. The Vaporizer, it is a tremendous honor to have you here, and I have so many questions that I want to ask you. So first of all, your finishing move is called the Mars Rover. Now, why is that?
Because I send people to outer space and leave them there!
Oh, of course. That makes total sense. Okay, question number 2. Of all your opponents, who do you think is your number one nemesis?
It would have to be the heartthrob, Zack Slater.
Ooh.
He gets on my last nerve.
Okay. Stay there, chicken. Third question. What do you like to do when you're not wrestling?
Floral arrangement.
Oh, yeah, I knew it. I knew you'd be floral arrangement.
Oh, yeah. Ever since I read Eileen Johnson's breakthrough book, The Art of Floral Arranging, I've been a floral arrangement maniac.
You'll forgive us, Hayden, if we're a little surprised. It just doesn't seem like dealing with flowers is a good match for a guy like you.
Is it because I'm big?
Yeah.
Strong? Is it because I crush the opposition into the very vapor I breathe for power?
Well, yeah, all of those things.
You know, I spend all day throwing people around in the squared circle. I have to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm on my own time, I like to be gentle.
Gentle? You, Hayden the Vaporizer, the guy that threw Teddy Rich off at the top of the cage.
Yeah, pal. I spend a lot more time thinking about flowers than I do wrestling. In fact, hold on here for a second.
Okay.
Did you shake his hand?
I know.
It hurt.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Check it out, brother. Asiatic lilies, yellow snapdragons, hot pink carnations, and purple statice tastefully arranged in an artesian vase. I call this Tuscan sunset. Smell it, fellas!
Oh.
Good stuff, huh?
Oh, that's great. It makes me feel calm just smelling it.
Yeah. Nothing spruces up a place like fresh flowers.
Yeah. Can we keep this?
No!
Okay.
I'm sending this to Max Von Mean.
Oh.
I'm taking him on next weekend. And you know, you gotta do something nice for someone before you bludgeon them beyond all recognition. And Max, if you're watching this now, I'll see you this Sunday at the Sportatorium, and you will be vaporized. Oh yeah, that's a fresh bouquet.
All right.
Wow, Hayden, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm glad we got to see the you on the inside.
Yeah.
Glad I could show it off.
Yeah.
You know, I think strong people can be gentle. I think strong people should be the most gentle. I believe we have a greater responsibility to do so.
Oh. Wow. Cool, Mr. the Vaporizer. Deep thoughts from a strong man.
You got that right!
Oh, Okay. Thank you. Wow, that did not go the way I thought it would go.
I know. I'm glad it didn't. I
Yeah.
mean, what would we have learned if he was just what we expected him to be?
I don't know. He could have taught us how to talk like a wrestler.
Well, anyone can do that.
Can you?
Yeah, of course.
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Wow.
Can I get some water?
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Kellen. I hope you've got a killer Bible story for us today. That's right. We're ready to have our worlds rocked.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks.
Today's story comes from the book of Mark. It's a short story that can sometimes be overlooked about people who can sometimes be overlooked. Check out Laundry Theater. As Jesus traveled around teaching and healing, he became more and more popular. Crowds of people followed Jesus to see what he would say and do. People had heard stories of Jesus' power. He could give sight to people who couldn't see. He could make people walk. He was strong enough to calm a storm. People knew Jesus was important. Some people brought their children to see Jesus so that he could bless them. But even though meeting Jesus was important, it wasn't always easy. On one occasion, when parents were bringing their children to see Jesus, they were stopped in their tracks by the disciples. The disciples thought Jesus was too busy. He had people to heal and a message to spread. He didn't have time to deal with kids, right? But wait, Jesus had time after all. He got angry with the disciples for keeping the children away. He said, "Let the little children come to me. Don't keep them away. God's kingdom belongs to people like them." So the disciples did what Jesus said. They let the little children come. Jesus blessed the children as they came to him. He held them in his arms. Maybe the disciples got in on the fun too. We don't know for sure how long Jesus spent with the children, but we do know that the all-knowing, all-powerful, incredibly strong Son of God took time to be gentle and took time to show the little kids that they were loved. The end. Jesus said to his disciples, "What I'm about to tell you is true. Anyone who will not receive God's kingdom like a little child will never enter it." That's how important children are to Jesus. He said that even grown-ups should come to God like little children, full of fun and wonder, and with a trust that all their needs would be met. Everyone is valuable to God, no matter how small or how overlooked. Did that rock your world, fellas?
It did. Hey, we're learning a lot about gentleness today, Kellen. I love how Jesus took the time to be gentle.
Yeah, even though we usually talk about how strong he is.
Being strong doesn't mean you can't also be gentle. Sometimes I think it takes strength to be gentle. When you get all angry or you get really passionate about something, your first instinct might be to get all gruff and tough. But if you choose to be gentle, you can calm situations down. You can save relationships.
You can make an amazing flower arrangement.
Sure.
Thanks for the story, Kellen.
You bet. I'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Man, what a great show.
I agree.
Yeah.
Reveal!
No, shh. Did you not listen to the entire show, man?
Oh.
Just be gentle.
Yeah,
Gentle.
you're right. Let me try again. Reveal the question.
Today's question is, why is it sometimes hard to be gentle?
I think it's hard to be gentle when someone says something that makes me mad or hurts my feelings.
Oh, yeah. And it's hard for me when I get impatient. Like when I'm trying to help my dad understand how to use his phone and he just doesn't get it. You have to turn the phone around, Dad. This is a video call. No, you don't put it to your ear. I'm looking right down your ear canal, Dad. I can't.
Yeah, so gentleness can be hard. So you'll need to rely on God and the Holy Spirit to help you.
Yes.
After all, it takes strength to be gentle.
Yes.
You okay?
Yes, I am good. I'm fine. I'm gentle.
Me too. Until next week, That's John.
And I'm not Brandon.
And this was the So and So Show. Stay gentle, everyone.
That is fluffy broccoli.
Not a lily? What would you call
Those are
it?
yellow daffodils,
Oh,
brother.
man.
Oh, I thought that was a back scratcher. But I'm doing. Oh, careful,
Easy
brother.
there, easy there.
If you break this, I will break you.
Oh.
I'm gonna put this one in like a like that. Yeah, that's right. Don't ever do that to a flower, bro. I'm the king of floral arrangement.
Yeah.
What did you say? I said vaporizer is the king of floral arrangement.
Yeah, that's right, Phyllis. Now you're catching on.
You spoke one word and the dark became light. I believe it, yeah. You spoke my name and my heart came to life. I believe it, yeah. I wanna sing about it, I wanna scream and shout it. I'm gonna sing it right now. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason I lift my voice. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason I lift my voice. At the top of my lungs. Yeah, at the top of my lungs. You're all I need every day in my life. I believe it, yeah. You're all I need, always here by my side. I believe it, yeah. I wanna sing about it, I wanna scream and shout it. I wanna sing it right now. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason that I lift my voice. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason that I lift my voice. At the top of my lungs. Yeah, at the top of my lungs. At the top of my lungs. I'm gonna scream it, oh, I'm gonna shout it. I'm gonna sing it out. At the top of my lungs. I'm gonna scream it, oh, I'm gonna shout it. I'm gonna sing it right now. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason that I lift my voice. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason that I lift my voice. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason that I lift my voice. At the top of my lungs. At the top of my lungs. Yeah, at the top of my lungs.
It's been a blast learning all about God's character and how Jesus is a great example for us to follow. Thanks for hanging with me today, brave kids. See you next week as we wrap up our Make Wave series.